the beginning of the afternoon as well to all of you. First of all, to acknowledge the members of the Children's Society, to acknowledge them and to thank them. To the elders, the leaders, and the youth who have come here together. To the drummers who sang this morning. To Rick Lightning, who I know was a friend. Wilton Littlechild, Charles Wood, and to you, the people of Red Deer. First of all, I want to say I'm Dene. I'm from the Northwest Territories. I'm a former head of the Dene Nation, and I spent 16 years in the legislature, 12 as a minister of different portfolios, cabinet minister, and the last 4 as a premier. My wife, Marie Wilson, served with Wilton Littlechild and Mary Sinclair on the commission. And she asked me to be sure to be here today because she is in Europe for a month writing her notes about the 6.5 years she served on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. So I've been waiting in Edmonton for the last 3 days to join you, and I'm happy to be here to support the work, to support your efforts to come to grips with a very dark chapter in our history. That is the truth of what we are dealing with. Those of us that went through the residential school have to speak our truth, but also get to the part of the forgiveness, which is really hard. Forgiveness because we need to claim back our right to happiness, our right to have a good life. In 1963, I was 12 years old and I read, in my misery and loneliness, I read words that stay with me to today. My friend Bob Dylan, who just recently won a Nobel Peace Prize for the words he has shared with us, well, the words jumped out at me in 1963. And it is this: take me far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Take me far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. And I thought, I'd bring it to you because I think that is what we're trying to do to the spirit of the young people here, Jane Baptiste, Georgina House, David Lightning, and Sarah Susse. To let their spirits go. I spent 7.5 years in residential school, and I learned recently that my father also went to residential school, and my mother also went to residential school. Almost all my sisters, my 2 brothers also went. So I come here to join you today so I could say their names. I could say the names of these children that did not get home. To acknowledge them. And it is fitting, I guess, that we saw the Northern Lights, because in our Dene culture, we also say these are the spirit of our ancestors dancing. And it closed with the words of a poet. I'm into poets today. I'm just going to read his name if I could find it. Mr. Hicks was his name. And he wrote, quote, They have danced the streets of heaven and touched the face of God. These young people who are young at heart and still young spirits, we come today to let them go. Thank you.